Do you happen to know what you're going to say, or are you just going to kind of say something off the top of your head?
I'm just basically introducing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how far back.
So yeah, I'm just giving introductions.
We'll probably have
the main speakers will start after.
all the speaking chiefs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll have you right around here.
Is John still up here?
Yeah. What's that?
Can I move the bike? They're going to be right here, right?
They'll probably, oh yeah. So 2 there and 2 there.
2 and 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Line it up.
Yeah. Are you introducing everyone, or you're introducing the first one, and then everybody else introduces their counterpart?
Hello. Hi. Hello.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's your name? Tell us a story.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Where were you the night of?
Hello. How's it going? Hope everyone's having a good day. It's kind of hot outside. I had a chocolate protein smoothie for breakfast. It was pretty good.
Ooh, which one? What kind?
Fairlife.
Oh.
And some coffee.
When did you learn how to sign?
I learned how to sign when I was 1 year old.
You did? Your parents deaf?
My
So you're good to go whenever you are. Like, sure we have everything.
We just need the flags up.
Yeah. Welcome. 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 Test. Test. Test.
Well, it's only going to be centered for one person in the middle. The guy who wants to focus on. I put those.
Brett.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, that way you can take a look at it. This is what I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm Fred, by the way.
Miles, nice to meet
Good to
you.
meet you.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you.
Everyone good?
All right.
Good morning and welcome to the Region 1 press conference for the 2024 wildfire season. I want to thank the community members in attendance for staying informed, thank the media for helping to broadcast that valuable information, and I want to thank each of the chiefs here today for helping to educate the communities we serve. Today, we will be welcoming Los Angeles County Fire Department Chief Anthony Marrone, California Offices of the Emergency Services Chief Brian Marshall, Orange County Fire Authority Chief Brian Fennessy, United States Forest Service Chief Robert Garcia, Los Angeles Fire Department Chief Kristen Crowley, California Department of Forestry and CAL FIRE Chief David Fulcher, and Ventura County Fire Department Chief Dustin Gardner. The press conference will conclude with a question and answer session that will transition into breakout sessions. And now, please welcome our first speaker, Los Angeles County Fire Department Chief Anthony Marrone.
Good morning. Just one note, after the last speaker, we are going to have a helicopter water drop, so we'll give the news media an opportunity to line up for that drop. So good morning, everybody. My name is Anthony Marrone, A-N-T-H-O-N-Y-M-A-R-R-O-N-E. I'm the Fire Chief of the County of Los Angeles Fire Department, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here in the company of my public safety partners to share our outlook on the upcoming wildfire season. As we all have witnessed, Mother Nature has complimented us with significant rainfall in Southern California the last couple of years, which was very much needed throughout the state of California. The rain produced large fields of green vegetation throughout the area, and this year we saw areas that received nearly 200% more rain than usual. Unfortunately, this vegetation will soon dry out and become fuel for wildland fires, especially in the Santa Monica Mountains, the Santa Clarita Valley, and the Antelope Valley. That is why we must continue to remain vigilant and share with residents and communities the importance of being prepared for the wildfires that will come this summer and into the fall when dangerous Santa Ana winds return. The 2018 and 2020 Bobcat fires are vivid reminders of how we can never let our guard down, as this year's fire season has the potential to be just as devastating. As the state of California's Fire and Rescue Region 1 coordinator, it is my responsibility to coordinate resource movement in the 5 counties of Los Angeles, Orange, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Luis Obispo. As such, I work with my fire service partners so we can quickly dispatch mutual aid resources when a large-scale emergency strikes, like a wind-driven wildland fire. With our full range of land and air resources available to our 5 counties 24 hours a day and at a moment's notice, we want to assure our residents and communities that your firefighters in these 5 counties are prepared and ready to respond at a moment's notice. Thank you. I would now like to introduce the California Office of Emergency Services Fire Chief Brian Marshall.
Thank you, Chief Marrone. It's great to be down here in Southern California today with our partners. If you look around, different color fire trucks, different color uniforms, and different patches on the firefighters that are here today. This is the California Fire Service that protects the citizens of California during major wildfires. If we just go back in time for a moment, the Camp Fire and the Woolsey Fire that occurred in our state, tragic, destructive wildfires. But what are they? Are they just a chapter in California's fire history? Or are they defining moments in what we do today? I think if you look at the California Fire Service and the ability to mobilize resources anywhere in the state when there is a major wildfire, this is what the public should be proud of. As the coordinator of the Fire and Rescue Mutual Aid System throughout the state of California, the state purchases fire engines. We have nearly 300 fire engines that we have purchased and assigned them to local government fire departments all over the state. There's 2 of these fire engines behind me that, on a moment's notice, with a phone call, can respond anywhere in the state and actually anywhere in the nation. California's firefighters are on the ground year-round, not only for wildfires but other disasters. We deploy thousands of fire engines and firefighters every year in support of our state, federal, and local partners. It is a true partnership. And as I mentioned, fires that have occurred, the Camp and the Woolsey, what will be this year? The rain, the drought, Santa Ana winds. Only time will tell what the history of the 2024 wildfire season will be. But I can assure you that we are ready. The professional firefighters that you see here today are ready to respond. They're the most highly trained firefighters in the nation. They're equipped. Look at all the resources. We're ready. And at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Orange County Fire Authority Fire Chief Brian Fennessy.
Thank you, Chief Marshall, and thank you, Chief Marrone, for hosting the annual Region 1 meeting again. For the last 2 hours prior to this media event, the chiefs that manage the operational areas within Region 1, as Chief Marrone mentioned, Santa Barbara, Ventura, Orange, LA County, have been meeting and we talk about what resources we have available, what changes may have occurred, what it looks like in the short term and long term through peak fire season, and then we get to come out here and talk with you all after we've huddled up. I was asked to talk a little bit about FireScope and the statewide mutual aid system. Wait just one second. All right, give just 1 second. It's helicopters. Come on.
Oh, sorry, hold on, right quick.
All right. You good?
Yep, almost there. Almost there. All right, we're there.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, I think we're good. We'll talk a little bit about FireScope. FireScope is a group of fire chiefs, both from the federal, state, and local agencies that meet quarterly. It's a group that was formed after the 1970s firestorms here in Southern California, where hundreds of property was lost and lives were lost, and largely as a result of a very uncoordinated response. You can imagine back in 1970, we didn't have radio frequencies like we do now. We didn't have the management of the mutual aid system as we do now. And as a result of that, a group of chiefs from Southern California got together with CAL FIRE and Cal OES, and they established the Fire Scope Group. The group meets to this day quarterly and includes most of the metropolitan fire chiefs here in California, the director of CAL FIRE, state fire marshal, and the director of Forest Service Fire and Aviation. Why is that important? That's important because we really generate, what occurs in the mutual aid system throughout the state of California. This group has been meeting again for over the last 50 years, and as a result, coordination is very, very good. In fact, the mutual aid system here in California is the best and most robust mutual aid system in the world. But it's only successful depending upon all fire agencies participating in the system. And we've been very fortunate to have that. In April of 2023, we had a mutual aid summit. There are a lot of concerns from members of the Fire Scope Board that perhaps we weren't getting the level of support that we had in years past through the mutual aid system. We identified many areas that needed improvement, some of them being technology. And as we learned in the meeting we just had, that Cal OES is working on a new app and some new technology that's going to be able to move resources in and out of Southern California very quickly. But the system is slow. It's not so slow that we worry about loss of life or significant loss of property, but it is slow. The system we have now works very well for tracking resources. It works very well for reimbursement, but it's not built for speed. As a result, and as another result of the 2018 Woolsey fire here in 2018, 4 of the metropolitan agencies here in Southern California, LA City Fire, LA County Fire, and Ventura County Fire, and Orange County Fire got together, and we've come up with an agreement among those agencies that we're going to support each other throughout Southern California, both in and outside the mutual aid system. In other words, should there be another Woolsey fire, something where hundreds of engines are needed right now, the agencies have agreed by phone call, fire chief to fire chief, that we will send whatever resources we need and get them on the road within minutes. At the same time, placing orders through the mutual aid system, because this is really just surge protection. We can't have a situation again where homes are being destroyed, lives are being threatened because we don't have enough resources locally. Within Southern California, we have probably the most resources available maybe anywhere in the world. And if our partners anywhere in Southern California need assistance, we are going to surge, at the same time make mutual aid requests so those surge forces can return back to their homes and their taxpayers. But it's an agreement that's very unique, and I don't think there's another one left in the United States. So again, thank you very much for your time, and I'd like to introduce at this time the Angeles National Forest Fire Chief, Robert Garcia.
Thanks, Chief Hennessy. Just want to say thanks to Chief Marrone and Chief Marshall for hosting our event today. Today, as shared, the history of the cooperation here in the greater Los Angeles area, the Region 1, there's over an over 50-year history of the collaboration and partnership that pays dividends when these emergencies strike our area. I really want to speak to the preparation our agencies and our leadership up here today has spent the time focusing on continuously throughout the year. But this event helps kind of renew our commitment to the history and build upon and refine the system we built here in Southern California. And I announced last year a wildfire crisis strategy that we embarked on for Southern California to treat hazardous fuels around communities and really increase our efforts around that. And we've made some strides locally here on the Angeles National Forest working with our partners. We spent many days and weeks preparing some community defense projects and treating vegetation around fuel breaks and around communities. We've treated over 9,000 acres here on the Angeles National Forest, and just this year alone, 1,000 acres of which is prescribed fire, and we have been very successful with our partners assisting us in doing so. That effort has increased in the last 12 months. We expect to continue increasing that, and we owe a large part of our success to our partners. And so we not only respond to emergencies together, our agencies train together, and we go on the offense together to treat and make communities more defendable. It's something that we need to call to action for every homeowner in the surrounding area to continue to look at that effort for themselves, to help give us a better chance of being successful in protecting your property. If you live in a wildfire hazard zone, which many do in Los Angeles County and around the Angeles National Forest, really ask every homeowner to take a hard look at your defensible space, your brush clearance requirements to achieve defensible space, and give us an opportunity to leverage the work we've invested in and around those communities to better protect your homes and within your specific jurisdiction. Over the last couple hours here in our discussions, we've heard about some of the technology and some of the collaboration and shared some of the successes we've had in being proactive in defensible space and hazard reduction around these areas. And so we really ask each and every homeowner as we enter into the peak or high fire season part of the year to take a look at those restrictions and really help our firefighters on the ground be safer and more effective in protecting your property. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to the Fire Chief for Los Angeles City Fire Department, Chief Kristen Crowley.
Well, good morning, everyone, and my name is Kristen Crowley. I'm the proud Fire Chief of Los Angeles City Fire Department. And this morning we spent a lot of time talking about how we are prepared, our partnerships, our collaboration with the fire service leaders that are behind me, and just as important, our boots on the ground and the firefighters that are here that are fully committed to ensuring that we are ready for this upcoming brush season. But with that, I've got the honor to talk to you today about something very important, and we all know that it's going to take much more than a prepared fire service. It's going to take a prepared community as well. So with that, I just wanted to take a little time to talk about defensible space. And we know what the true threat to our region is, and we have to take every possible measure to protect our homes and communities from the devastating impacts of wildfires. Now, the defensible space, just if you take anything away from today, we have to understand that that will help your local fire service protect lives and property. I just wanted to define what that is. It's a buffer that you create between a building on your property and the grasses, trees, shrubs, or wildland area that surround it. This space is crucial in slowing and stopping the spread of wildfire. It can protect your homes and provide a safe area for your firefighters to operate and do our jobs. Now, creating and maintaining this defensible space is not just an individual responsibility. Mark my words, it is a collective effort that enhances the safety of our entire community. I wanted to talk just briefly on just a few points that our homeowners, our communities should take away from today. Just make sure we focus on removing dead vegetation within the city of Los Angeles that's within 200 feet of your home, including under decks and porches. Take the time to prune your trees and shrubs. Just know the why behind it. Trim your branches to keep them at least 10 feet away from the roof and chimneys, and just by doing this, if you think about it, you yourselves can reduce the risk of fire climbing up from the ground and into the tree canopies. Maintain a clean landscape. Again, this is purposeful action from our communities that own properties in the areas that have a risk of wildfires. Keep your yard clean and free of debris, including leaves, pine needles, and other flammable, flammable materials. Now with that, one other main piece, another takeaway is maintain your properties year-round. We know with climate change, we know with the threat within the community and what it actually can happen. This is a year-round commitment from the community and a year-round commitment from the local fire service. Just understand that wildfire season might peak during certain months, and that's why we're here today, but the risk is present year-round. Maintain a regular maintenance of your defensible space, and that is truly, truly essential. Again, focusing on these efforts, think about it. You're protecting yourselves, you're protecting your property, and you're protecting our first responders, which is a priority to all of us. Now, creating defensible space is one way that you, our community members, can assist our firefighters firsthand. So we hope and we know that you will come along with us on this journey to keep yourselves safe and to keep the community safe. We urge all residents to take these guidelines seriously. Visit our website at lefd.org with /wildfire for more detailed information and resources. And just know the takeaway today as well is together we can make this brush season safer for everyone. Next up, I'd like to introduce the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, CAL FIRE. This is Southern Regional Chief David Fulcher. Chief.
Thank you, Chief Crowley, and I'd also like to thank Chief Marrone for hosting the event. Appreciate that. So, good morning, everyone. My name is David Fulcher. I'm the Southern Region Chief for CAL FIRE. By now, if you haven't picked up on it, the theme here today is about partnership. It's about collaboration. It's about innovation. It's about changing what we do to prepare our communities to be more resilient and prepared for wildfires. I'd like to talk about that collaboration because behind me and in front of us, there's the LA County Fire Department, the LA City Fire Department, Ventura County Fire Department, Santa Barbara County Fire Department, the Office of Emergency Services. We have fire safe communities, we have firewise communities, and we have our local, federal, and state law enforcement officers. But while we're here protecting you as first responders, I also want to note that the partnership includes you, our people, and our communities. None of us can get anything done or prepare for or mitigate or even recover from our wildfires without you. So you're an integral part of what we do and how we do it. So strategy is basically, our strategy is a strong partnership network. We're looking through accomplishing that in the fire service through our California Fire and Rescue Master Mutual Aid or Mutual Aid agreements, as well as our cooperative agreements, whether they're at the local level, the federal level, or the state level. We find ways to be more efficient on preparing ourselves and getting resources in and around the communities. While we talk about, or we're here for the local area, the LA Basin, this process, these plans work statewide. When I talk about CAL FIRE resources and what we're doing to prepare, I want to remind every single one of you that there are resources. They're the LA County Fire Departments, they're the Los Angeles City Fire Departments, they're everybody's resource. They're for the public. Some of the technology that we've moved through, and we're talking about cutting edge technology that's out there, is one is the Wildfire Forecast Threat and Intelligence Integration Center, which is called WFTIC. It's a collaborative partnership between OES, CAL FIRE, and the military department and predictive services. It helps and is a central hub to forecasting and looking at threat intelligence. It's centered on integrating the various sources and providing real-time situational awareness for predicting, modeling, and enhancing our abilities to swiftly respond to and effectively to respond to emergency fires. We're working on IA technology, low Earth orbit satellites that are detecting fires earlier than they used to before. Before we were using people to report. We have camera systems throughout the state of California. We have satellites that are predicting fires before we get our first 911 calls. As a matter of fact, through the alert cameras, through Alert Camera and the UCSD, last year we had 180 fires that were alerted before the first 911 caller. This is technology and this is changing. It's growing, it's adapting, but it's learning and it's changing. We use FIRUS, which is our Fire Integrated Real-Time Intelligence System. It's an aircraft. That was a partnership with Orange County Fire Authority that developed it and then modeled it and pushed it forward. Now OES and CAL FIRE are overseeing it, but it is partnerships and innovation and technology that's coming forward from all of our resources. This aircraft is out there, it's cutting edge for technology and innovation for enhancing wildfire management. It uses infrared mounted cameras on the aircraft for real-time modeling and quicker responses. And I'll be honest with you, that's putting out information be faster than the folks on the ground can give it to us. And that information is getting out to you faster. And it's helping us prepare for actually evacuations if necessary. We're utilizing CalGuard when it comes to remote drone or unpersoned or unmanned aircraft to also do that same real-time intelligence. CAL FIRE itself, thanks to the budget, has allowed us to continue this third year of using what we call exclusive use aircraft, where we've been able to bring on 24 aircraft that are specific for the state of California. That's an enhancement to our fleet. These resources are Type 1, Type 2 helicopters, air tankers. They're producing night flight capabilities, and they're a game changer in what we do. If many of you weren't aware that in January, Congress, as well as the Department of Defense, transferred over 7 C-130s to CAL FIRE to increase our air fleet. These are aircraft large tankers that are used for water dropping and retardant dropping. We fully expect that our first one will be deployed sometime before the fall. I hope to be able to announce that it's actually going to be deployed and operational well before that, but we're working on that. CAL FIRE has ordered 16 Firehawk aircraft over the last 3 years. We've got 3 left that we still need to bring online. Those Firehawk aircraft replaced our UH-1s, and 5 of those aircraft are night flying aircraft. They're available to fly at night and fight fire. 3 of those are in Southern California or Central California, and they're immediately available for any of the fire services to utilize. When we look at resiliency, we're looking at resiliency, and it comes to our communities through our fire safe councils and our FireWise communities. These programs are out there today focusing on education and empowerment of our residents, proactive measures to reduce wildfire risks around our neighborhoods and homes. There are grants that we're constantly giving out and seeking to improve, to help reduce the fuels and fuel reduction within our communities and strengthen our communities for resiliency. In essence, our partnerships, our collaborative efforts are being bolstered by innovative technology. They're reinforcing our aerial firefighting fleet. They're pivotal in the safeguarding our communities and our natural landscapes from the ever-presence of wildfires. And together with our partnerships and support from you and the communities, we can build a better and more resilient California. So for any real-time information that you're looking for from CAL FIRE, or either on home hardening or low-cost retrofitting of your homes or grants, please visit fire.ca.gov or osfm.fire@ca.gov. And then finally, I just ask you, and you hit on this before, or at least the other fire chiefs hit on this before, but if you want to learn more about being prepared, please visit readyforwildfire.org. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce Ventura County Fire Department Fire Chief Dustin Gardner.
Okay, ready? Almost done.
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Chief Folger, thank you. Chief Marrone, thank you for hosting us. As was said, I'm Fire Chief Dustin Gardner, Ventura County Fire Department, and I'm going to wrap this up. You've heard from my colleagues behind me, your fire chiefs of Southern California and the state of California. We're ready, we're committed to each other, and we're prepared to help one another. Your firefighters in the station, they're trained, they're equipped, and they're motivated to help all of California. They're the best in the world, and they're here for you. But we can't do it by ourselves. You've heard about the partnership over and over, and it's not a partnership with just the fire department, it's a partnership with all of us. And a big piece of that, and we have guides formed from years of practice and years of knowledge, is ready, set, go. No matter where you live, whether you're in LA, Orange, Santa Barbara, San Luis, Ventura, anywhere in the state, you can search your local fire department, vcfd.org, calfire.org, lafd.org, go to your local fire department website. Go to that website and find their ready, set, go documentation. It's in most of our departments, it's done in English, it's done in Spanish, it's translated into multiple languages. That's a guide for you to help. That's a guide for you to help prepare your family for its own safety and to get out of fire's way so that your firefighters can come in and prioritize the fire and the suppression of the fire instead of prioritizing the rescue of you out of your homes. So with that, whether it's wildfire, whether it's a flood, whether it's an earthquake, Southern California is, we are used to natural disasters. It doesn't matter when, and we know they're coming. It's not an if, it's a when, right? So start your preparedness. Chief Crowley talked about home hardening, defensible space, and fuel reduction. Those are all things you can do to get ready. You're preparing your home, you're hardening your home, you're setting your fuels. To get set, you're practicing. You're getting your family prepared. You're building a kit. You're getting your crucial documents together. Your driver's licenses, your social security cards, your birth certificates, your medications, your pet supplies. Think of being chased around your home in an emergency. How well are you going to function and be ready when you've got 5 minutes, your home is filling with smoke, you can hear the sirens coming, you've been alerted by your local authority it's time to evacuate, and now you're going to plan? That's not the time to plan. If you fail to plan, you will plan to fail. So take this part serious. Get your family set. Have an evacuation plan. Many people only know one way in and one way out of their neighborhood. Almost all neighborhoods have multiple ways in and multiple ways out. So if a fire is hitting in your primary escape route, you have a secondary. Know what you're going to pack. Know where your family is going to meet. Know where you're going to go. Don't just wander aimlessly. Have a plan. Have a plan for your family. You owe it to your family to be prepared, to get ready, to get set, and then when it's time to go, you're going to get evacuation orders as fast as we can get them to you. We evacuate aggressively in Southern California because we know how fast our emergencies move in Southern California. So you're going to get an evacuation notice from your local authority. Please listen to that notice. We don't evacuate neighborhoods for fun. We don't evacuate neighborhoods, just to practice. We evacuate neighborhoods when lives are at threat, and those lives are yours. So please gather your families, get into your vehicles, or take your walking transportation route, but get out of your neighborhood. So get ready, get set, and then when it's time to go, please go. Because if you're out of your house, and we know you're out of your house, now our firefighters are focusing on perimeter control and structure defense. We're no longer focusing on primary rescue. You're helping us help you save California. And with that, we're going to end today. We're going to open up for questions, I believe, and a water drop. And I want to thank you all for being here, all for partnering with your California Fire Service to keep all of California safe.
Okay, we are at this point going to take a small break to allow for a water drop that's going to be behind the tank behind me. So if the cameras would like to set up a little bit better for that shot, just go ahead and do so now.
How are we doing with earthquake early warning?
I'm sorry, questions will be after the water drop. Yeah, one moment. The water drop will be behind the tanker at the rear. So with the County of Los Angeles logo, it's going to be just beyond that.
shortcut.
They're doing one-on-one interviews, so it's not going to be a. Yeah, it's not going to be like a press conference. I'm sorry. Sorry, folks.
So one of this is mine, Ramos.
Oh yeah, switch it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's here.
Chief Crowley,
How
are you?
What'd you say?
That buck sucks. Never worked.
I don't know. That's rough. I mean, it's like the first time for. I feel like it usually doesn't happen to us.
It happens a lot, believe me. You know, you're an audio man. You get underestimated.
Yeah.
People think about all the other last.
It's always the last thing you think about.
The middle time.